Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Jones 911 Colors and welcome back to my channel. This week during the weekly WIP and Chat, we're going to work in R.J. Hampson's Pirates, and the page we're going to be working on, it's pretty involved. There's a lot of stuff, but we're going to start tackling it today. Whether I finish it before the end of May is remain to be seen, because there's a lot of stuff in here, but at least if I do the alcohol base markers, at least I'll have a chance. And then the other one is in Inklings by Joanna Basford, and we will work on this page here. Now today we're going to work on this one. Tomorrow we'll work on that one because I haven't even picked out anything for that yet. So that's that. Now let's talk about the pages that I finished or worked on since last week. Now this week, probably before this video goes up, I'm going to be releasing a video with using water-based markers. And one of the books that we worked on, it was kind of a last edition, was Twilight Garden by Maria Trolley, just because I wanted to do another page. I was just having so much fun with the water-based markers, so I started this page and I finished it, and I like it. It's pretty cute, and I used the water-based markers for everything, and then I went over top with different pencils. Like this was Black Widows, this was Castle Art, the pastel tint. What else? The polychromos and chromaflows. So quite a few different ones, but I talk about it during the video. But so I really like that one. So I got one page done. Another page. Did I finish another page? I sure did. One of them was the WIP that I brought forward from last month, and last week I needed to get it done. I have one more WIP that I need to work on this week. I have 5 days to get it done, so 5 or 6 days, and I plan on getting it done. But this one here is R.J. Hampson Night Garden, and I just added some pencil to everything, and I really like how it turned out. Pretty cute. So that's another one that got finished. When I started pulling stuff, I was like, I didn't finish a lot of stuff, but I finished 3, which is not great, but it's not too bad. And the next one is in Petite Poupée. And we had done the background with Neocolor 2s last week or a couple weeks ago. And then I used the water-based markers for another section of the page. And then I came over top with some pencil crayons, and now it is done, and I think she's so cute. I love Tinkerbell. I just think she's really cute. So I like how it turned out. I mean, I still don't think that I'm, really good at this, but I'm learning. I'm getting there, and I really like the blend that I got. I'm really starting to like, in the purple, I added some pink. In the pinkish, I added yellow and a little bit of red. And here I added like a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow on that one. And here, a little bit of purple and dark blue. And her wings, I did purple, pink. So super cute. I like how that turned out. And then I also worked in 4 different books. Oh, I finished one more. Look at that. Magical Earth by Joseph Kattingbang. I forgot I finished this one. This was the weekly WIP and Chat that we worked on last week, and I just came over top with some Black Widows and polychromos and finished this page. So that's another one done. So yeah, way more than I thought. I finished 4, which is not great, but okay. Now, the next page that I worked on was in Nature by Diane Dufour, and we had done the background together with some Neocolor 2s, And I finished these two otters, and now I'm working on these two. I wanted to make these two brown, these two grays. And then I just, there's not too much left to do on here. So I'm hoping to get that done before the end of the month. But I like how it's coming along. Super cute. So that's one that I worked on. Oh, the other one that I worked on was in the book that I had, the only book that I didn't work in from my list in April. And it's Laura Mia's Magical World. And this is another one where I used the water-based markers during that video. And that's as far as I got. But I'm hoping maybe, I'm going to keep working with the water-based markers and add, finish coloring the base of this. And then maybe this weekend, maybe finish it. We'll see. I have a lot of pages to finish. I think I counted, and I have 11 WIPs that I'm working on. The last two pages that I worked in was in Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. And I made some progress on this page. I finished both sides. I finished the border. And then I started working on the inside. I didn't do too much. I only worked a little bit on the house and the green stuff. And this side I only did the green. I'm hoping today I can finish the house and maybe do a few more things on this page. And this is one of the 26 spreads in 2026. So I definitely want to finish it. And this, I'm following a tutorial by Karen at My Colorful Country Life. So I'm hoping to get this done, both of them. This was my only spread for the 26 and 2026, but I just carried over the colors. I figured since I had the pencil crayons out, let's just do both sides. But it did take me way longer because instead of just doing 4 of these blues, I had to do 8 and the same, with everything. So it did take way longer, but I think it's going to be worth it. At least I'll have, the double page spread done. Now, as far as what I want to work on this week, I don't have a lot of books left that I need to color this month. I think I have 4 or 5. I have Tales from Atlantis that I want to work in this week. A Million Mermaids, Romantic Country, the first one, and then I think this is World Literature. So I want to at least get started on these 4 here. And then the 2 that we're going to work on together, those are the only 6 that I have left that I haven't put pencil paper to, or pencil crayons to paper. So I want to at least, get them started. So I have that one that I want to work in. This one here. Did I take this one here? That's going to be finicky, but even if I start it on the sky and the water and then kind of go from there. This one here is going to take forever. I don't know why I decided to pick 2 pages with books, but I at least like to get it started. And then this one here, I want to get it started. Now, this week, I'm going to be working with soft pastels for the video. So I'm going to take a few of these and work with the soft pastels in this. So that's going to help me, to make sure that I at least get started on all of them before the end of the month. So I'm going to put all of this away and then we'll get started on this week's project. Okay, so let's get started. And one thing that I've done since last week is that I've moved my Copic markers right here. So it should make it easier. I did get my order. So I got a few refills. I think I bought 5 refills. So I got to go and make sure that I refill the markers that need to be refilled. B000 is one that I did get the refill for. So I need to make sure, you know, to fill it up. So this is the little scale that I have for my markers. So I just make sure that it's at 0 and I weigh it. And these markers should weigh at least 14 grams. And this one is 13.47. So it is lacking in ink. Instead of going, oh, you know, I'm going to add 14 drops or whatever. If you go by weight, you'll have a better chance of making sure you don't overfill your markers or that there's enough. So we'll do that for the sky and the water, and then I'll just use a darker blue to outline underwater, like a darker blue. And then for the top of the water and the sky, I'll do a lighter blue or something. But we'll use the same blue for both. And like I do have a sheet of paper behind here. So, yes, it's going to be finicky, this page. I probably shouldn't have waited till the end of the month to start it, but you know what? Every time that it was time to start working on a page, I was like, I'd open it up and I'm like, oh, that's the page that is a lot. So yeah, let's just start working on the other one, shall we? And now, you know, it's the end of the month. Today is May 25th. So at least, you know, I have a few days, but it's going to be, like I said, I have 10 pages that I have to work on. I think I'm on page 11 completed right now, so it's not bad. It's just, I know I have so many pages that are just right there, right? So I just need to put that extra time on those, which I will. I'll put the extra time on those and I'll get them done. Now this weekend, I'm hoping that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to get up Friday morning. This is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up, have a shower, and put fresh PJs on. And then I'm just going to start coloring. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to work on videos for Patreon or anything like that. I'm just going to work on getting as many coloring pages done as possible. I don't need to swatch anything because that takes a long time. Before I did the video for the water-based markers, I realized that I hadn't swatched the Ohuhu markers. And I'm like, well, I need to swatch those. I cannot do this without having those swatched. Now, I thought I was going to have to number them, and I thought I was going to have to put them out by color and all that, but I didn't. They were numbered. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go by their numbering system. I'm not going to make it complicated. And I already had a swatch printed out. So I just numbered it from 1 to 120 and I just swatched it and then I was able to start, but it still took me over an hour. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to swatch stuff as I go, because if you wait till you have, you know, a bunch of stuff, then it's a pain in the tushy. So as I get stuff in, I'm like, okay, I need to swatch, and then I swatch, you know. Okay, let me get this done. So this morning I got up really bright and early. My husband went to the bathroom at 5:30, and while he was in the bathroom, his work called him. And he didn't hear the phone, so he took his sweet old time in the bathroom. And when he came out, I'm like, your phone is going off. So he got dressed and went downstairs and started to work. And I thought, well, today I needed to go and bring an application in to bring, not an application, paperwork in. And I, thought, oh, well, it's going to take a long time. So I want to get there as they open. And then, I don't waste the whole day. So at 7:30, I got up and I got ready and I took off. And then once I was done that, I was like, you know what? We're so busy and everything. We haven't done groceries in forever. Like, I mean, we still have food here, but it's like, okay, well, we got to eat what we have, which is not a bad thing, right? You need to eat what you have in your freezer and stuff. So we've been doing that for weeks now, probably like 4 weeks. Now he'll go and I'm like, oh, we need potatoes or carrots and, just a few things. We like to do a lot of our shopping at Costco. Yes, it's bigger, but it ends up, saving us money because we just divide it and freeze it and it just lasts longer. So a lot of, or, like right now you can get 2 mustards for $4.99 or something like that, and I looked today and they were $3 each. So, hey, if we can, every dollar we can save, we got to do it. And so anyway, I just went to Walmart today, but like the tomato soup was on for 77 cents and some places $2 for a can of mushrooms, can of tomato soup. So I'm like, you know what? I got 5 cans, because of course my husband had gone last week and they were on sale. They were $1.25 each, so he bought 4. And so now we have like 8. And I'm like, at 77 cents, I cannot not buy any. So I bought a few. Okay. Oh, this is going to be finicky. I'm trying to see. But we might as well get the hardest part done first. And then it's going to feel. And I think if you do the background first, then the other stuff kind of pops. And then you can kind of say, okay, this is what I need to do here. I think what I'm going to do is the water, then the sky, and then I think I'll do the 2 mermaids, then the pirate. Kind of do like the bigger stuff. And with the water, I'm going to do the bubbles. I'm going to do the bubbles. And I think I like the BG11 for the bubbles. I really like that color. I did, that didn't take long to come in, by the way. I did it I put the order over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. And it came in on Thursday or Wednesday? Thursday, I think. So not bad. Was it Thursday? No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was Saturday. All the days are kind of blending all together. We just, it's always go, go, go. So this weekend, it was my birthday and I ended up working pretty much the whole day. I got up at 8 and I started working around 9 and I stopped when the hockey game started, which was like at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. But I talked about how we have a store for digital files or digital prints, and it was my son and I, because he's an artist. Anyway, he got a full-time job, not being an artist. Artist life is hard. So I'm like, well, you're not going to be able, you won't feel after, because he's working 10 hours a day, you won't feel like doing digital stuff, like artsy stuff, you know, on your days off or after a 10-hour day. So how about we had a good run? How about if we just shut her down? So I'm having a big sale, but he wasn't done because we switched our store, like we were with a provider and we switched. So we were still adding the stuff to the store. And we kind of got sidetracked with my daughter getting sick and everything. It just kind of put a stop to everything. And anyway, he had just started working on it again, but I started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't do it as nice as what he was doing. Like, I didn't put a picture for every digital file. I just kind of, and I didn't add every file separate. We only are selling the bundles because it's 80% off. So, and I asked people on my other channel, you know, do you guys want me to put those? And it was, yes, please. So, so I spent all day, like a full hour. I worked on it on Friday and then a full day on Saturday. And then my son would go and finish it off. You know, I'd tell him, oh, I did 5 of them. You go work on those until I do more. And so anyway, we got them done. I think it was, oh, that's right. And then I think we started at 11 at night and we finished at 12:30. So it was a full day, but it's done. Everything is there. So it got done. And so that's good. And then, oh, that's her hair. And then Sunday I got up and I started coloring. Oh, that's right. I took a little break on Saturday because my daughter and my granddaughter came over for a couple of hours. So I stopped then. I needed it. I needed to have a break anyway. My back was breaking from sitting at the computer that long. And then on Sunday, I colored for a bit. I edited a few videos. The one that is, oh, I have to finish actually editing a video after this. That's going to go up today. I did one for my other channel, so that's going up in a couple hours. So that's done. I got to do my Patreon videos. They're all done. I just got to add it to Patreon. So I have to do that after this too. And I got to edit the video on the water-based markers. That's going to go up, I think, today. And I have to start filming it's the end of the month. So I got to start filming the pages I got done this month. The pages I want to work on in June. So I don't like to do them all in one day because it takes a long time. So I think I got 11 or 12 pages done. So I'll start with those. Oh, and I have a haul too that I'm working on. Not too much, too many books, but same thing. As the books come in, I film those books, and I'm waiting on a couple, I think, that's going to come in before the end of the month. I think they're going to come in on Wednesday. So I'll, oh, shoot, I didn't want to go over that bubble. A few more, might be 4 more, I don't know. Anyway, I'll do those, and also upload that video. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, I was wondering if I should do, I saw a few people do like their summer, what they want to color. So for the month, like the whole summer, so June, July, and August. And I thought that would be fun to do as kind of a broad amount of books or pages. And then, oh, I think that was supposed to be that little squid or jellyfish, whatever it is. It's okay. Whatever color I choose, I will color over it. So I might do that, but I don't think I'm going to choose like 10 books a month or anything like that. Maybe I'll choose, what should I choose? Maybe 20 for the 3 months. And that'll make it about 6 books a month. You know, maybe we can go through the books. Maybe I don't choose pages. Maybe I just kind of pick the top 3 or whatever. And then when the months get here, so when I choose in June, then I can go through those books and say, okay, from those top 3, which one do I want to do? Maybe that's something I could do too. So that'll give me a few more videos to film. I want to start to crack the whips. Just to try to get some of these whips done. I'm wondering if some of the whips that I have right now, well, I was going to say some of the whips that I have right now, if I could do some chalk pastels in them, but at the same time, I do have 4 books that I need to get, you know, to turn into whips. So I think I might do that instead. Might do that. So I think the books I'm going to try and keep for this weekend to finish is all my R.J. Hampson. With this one, it'll make 3 that we started during, oh shoot, that is that. No. With this one, it'll make 3 that we started during the weekly WIPs and Chat, and that I didn't finish them. I think it's still pretty good that, you know, we start 2 every week, and I've always at least finished one of them. I didn't figure I'd be able to finish both, you know, right away, but at least finish one. But my goal for this weekend, I should make a goal. I'm going to start and work all day Friday, all day Saturday, and I'm going to stay up till, even if I stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm not going to be bothering anybody. And then I'm going to be making meals for my husband and grandson because they're going to a tournament and my grandson can't play in it. So I was like, I don't feel like going. So my sister-in-law is going with them and they're going to stay at my husband's aunt. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll stay home. And yeah, I'll just hopefully get a bunch done. So when I make food for them, I'm going to make food for me too. And then I won't have to cook all weekend. I can just get up and reheat whatever. I plan on making creamy Alfredo, chicken Alfredo. And then they're going to bring what do you call it? They are going to bring subs and wraps and that kind of stuff. And I'll just make it here. You know, I'll keep some for me. And down here, I think that's water. Let's make sure we got everything. I think we got everything. I hope. Nope. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, we'll keep it out. I'm not going to put it away right away because then I'm going to forget what I was using. I think I'm going to use BG 11 for the bubbles. Okay, we'll do all the bubbles. So we'll get, let me see. If I work on these 3 RJ Hampson, they're already colored. So all I need to do is, you know, do the shading and stuff. They usually go pretty quick. This page will not be going quick because it's pretty involved. But the other 2, I think, will go pretty quickly. So if I do those 3, and I finish that 2-page spread for Magical World, that's 5. And the otter one, if I don't have it finished before then, you know, I'm going to work on that one. And the same with Magical Worlds. I'm going to work on it a few times this week. So I should be almost at the spot where I'm almost done. So I should be able to get 5. So that'll be 5. In what? I'm just trying to look at my books here. Oh, and if I start inkling, so that'd be 6. Do you think that's a little much? If I say 7? 6, 7. Isn't it funny? It's a reason. There's a reason that you know, I know I think it was a basketball player or whatever. But I think it is 2 numbers that we say that we use a lot. Oh, nope, that's I was going to say I forgot water, but that's the chest. Okay, so there's that. Since I have the BG 11 out, I want to do her tail in this. And the other one I'm going to do in purple. And I'm going to do the BV, what is it? BV 000, I think is my, or is it BV 04? I think it's BV 04 that I really like. One of the markers that I had ordered, I think 4 markers, and one of them are Copic markers, and one of them didn't come in, but that's okay. It was RV91. I don't have a lot of RVs. I noticed that the E, I have 3 full rows of E's. And I mean, I know that's, you know, the color that there is the most, but let's do that. So BV04, maybe I should have done BV02, but it's okay. It's a little dark. But I think it'll be okay. I think I'll do BV02 for her tail, like the ends, the finny part. Yeah, I should have done a lighter, but it might it might go even lighter once it dries, right? Yeah, it was BVO2 I was thinking. That's okay. It was BVO2. That's okay. I think it's going to be fine. I'm wondering, like this one I did light here, and this one maybe I should do like BG13. Oh, that looks pretty dark. That looks pretty dark. I think I'll do that with pencils. Since I did it on one side, I'll do it on the other, but I think I prefer using pencils for that kind of stuff. So we'll put that back. How about for the skin, we do, E00? Is that too dark? No, that's perfect. That's perfect. I could have gone E000. Maybe I'll do one with E000. This one, she likes to, oh, that's her hair. I was going to say, oh, no, I missed water, but that's her hair. This one likes to go lay out on a rock and gets a little suntan. Okay. Okay, now this one here, I think I'll do the E000. She listens to King Triton and doesn't go above the surface. She's a little mermaid. She doesn't listen. Okay. Let's get this done. Okay, so let's do E31 for her hair. I don't know if I'll be able to do the whole page in 45 minutes. I don't know. I do not know. Do that, and I'll make her blonde. There. So yeah, oh shoot, with the soft pastels too, I wanted to use it in an Amazon book too. So I might have to pick books that wasn't on my list for the month. Or what I can do is just pick another page in one of the books that I did pick for this month and just get a second page started. And that would be fine. That would be a-okay. I was thinking about this yesterday. At the beginning of the year, I kind of went through like all my collection, that I have, all the books that I have. And as I was flipping through them, it was like, I think I had 13 pages colored at that point. In all my books, that's all I had colored. So I'm like, it'll be interesting in January when I do that again, just to see, just to see those books a little bit more colored in. And even when I was picking books for June to color in, I was looking at my R.J. Hampson books because I always try to pick a book that isn't colored in. And I'm like, hey, I think I found 3. But I was like, those, I believe, are my last 3 that are, you know, untouched. And I need 4 because I want to, he is an artist that I'm focusing on. So I need to have 1 a week for the weekly WIPs and Chat too. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to pick one that I've already colored in. So I'm going to make her blonde, Y21, like this. I'll do that. You know what? I should have made their little outfit the same color. I think this one, I'm going to do the BV000. And should I do the BG13 for that one? Like the darker? I might do that. I might do that. Man, there's so many like little fishies and squids and jellyfish and octopus. Oh, I forgot water. Oh, quite a bit too. And I looked. Okay, let's get that done right now. So we got this here. This, quite a bit too. That I forgot. And I forgot some bubbles. Not only did I forget the water, but I forgot bubbles too. It's pretty funny. Now, is that like a splash? Or is that, I have no idea what that is. Or is that like coral, you know? I think I'm gonna do it like it's coral. Okay, we got that. Let's do her outfit. BV02. Perfect. And then this one, I'm just going to do BG11. And then I'll use the pencils to, okay, I like that. Okay, we're going to start on the pirate and we're going to use C3. And then we'll use the crayons to pencil crayons. Oh, I went to Walmart this morning and I meant to look for just Crayolas because I got the Neocolor ones and I just wanted a package of pencil crayons. And that's why I went there. And then I was like, oh, let me get some groceries first. I knew I should have went there first and then did the groceries, because by the time I did the groceries, totally forgot. I remembered as I was walking out to the truck, so I could have went back in. I should have went back in because I don't go out much. It sounds terrible, but I don't go out much. So I should have gone while I was, especially, you know, I should have put the groceries in the truck and just walked back in, but oh well. It is what it is. We got to go for a blood test here soon, so maybe after I go for the blood tests, I'll do that. Okay, we'll get this done. Okay, I think I'll do a little lighter C, but I just noticed that my C's are not here, so I'll have to go get those after. Let me just get, for his hair, I was going to say E55, but I think I'll do E57. Not that you're going to see it much. And then we'll do his mustache. Okay. Okay, let me see. Is that, I don't know. That's supposed to be a claw, or is it another hook? He's got two hooks? Or is that his hand? That doesn't look like a hook. No, that's his, oh, that's the sword. Okay, yeah. Jeez Louise. Okay, so his hand is right here. We're going to use E00. And we'll do his face. I think I'll use the light gray for his hat too. And I think I want him to have, do I want him to have blue pants? Yeah, like, ooh, like B45 maybe? Yeah, B45. Yep, I like that. B45. Yeah, I like that color. Okay, now let's do the turtle. The turtle I'll do like a YG. Should I do YG11? That seems to be my go-to color. Or should I do like a darker green? Or is it, no, it's YG03 I like. Or should I keep that for some of the greenery down here? I think I'm going to do YG11 or YG03. Yeah. And maybe the top, I'll do the darker green. Okay. Okay, and his head. Maybe the belly too? Yeah, the belly. Let's do that. That, and then we'll do the belly. Okay. Should I do, oh, this is going to be finicky though. Like in between. Do the YG03 and then almost have to stop breathing to get in between those. Yikes. Just like that. Okay. Awesome. Now let's do YG63. And we'll do those little guys. Yeah. The narwhal. I want to do, I think I want to put him in blue. Like I really like that tone of blue, but lighter. I should take out my my sample sheet, my swatch sheet for my Copics, and look at the colors. Kind of choosing my colors on the fly here. I had picked a few and then I was like, let's pick it on the fly. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, like B93 or B95. I really like that blue. That's kind of a gray blue, 93. That might be better. Yeah, let's do B93. I was gonna do him in gray, but he's in gray, so yeah. So I'm gonna do like a blue gray for him. There. Oof, this marker feels dry. So these are supposed to weigh 10 grams. Let's see what it weighs. .07. So it's not dry. I think it's 10. I'd have to get my book. Oh, here's my book right here. And that's why I wrote it down, because I'm going to forget. 10.6. So it's starting to get a little dry. But I don't even know if I have the refill for this. But I can put it on my list for sure. Oof. Kind of made this streaky, but it's because it feels so dry. Okay, I'll fix it with the pencils. I'm okay. You know what? I think I'm going to do that fish with the BV02, but I'm not going to do like the stripes and stuff. I'll just do okay, good. It's not going to the other page. Get this done. So I have an Instagram account, but I haven't posted on it in so long. And I'd like to kind of participate on to everyone's challenges, like Piggy Pen and Holly. Ooh, I can't remember her channel's name, but they do light v dark. And this month it's mermaids and pirates. So, you know, this one would be awesome for both of those. And I did quite a few mermaids. So I could be posting for that, but maybe that can be, you know, what do you call it? A goal for next month. How about if I do the fins like BV 000, 4 zeros. So it's light and I can do the stripes too. Yeah, I think I like that. Doop. Get those done. Might have to turn off and just figure out some of these other ones here. At least a few, and then come back and then do those few things. Okay, let's see how much stuff we can get done. So for the hat, his boots, we're due, and his shirt, do C1. Okay. Oh, and the blade. I'll do the blade too. We'll get a little bit of stuff done with the C1. I got for a little bit of stuff here. I got 6 markers, 7 markers, so for 6 or 7 things. And then I'll take a look at what's left, and then I can kind of decide, like, okay, what else do I want to add? It just felt a little overwhelming, and it was like, what did I get the markers for? Oh, this way. Oh, I forgot his pants there. What was that? That was this one, B45. Right up here. What the hey? Oh, is that his jacket? That's his jacket back there. I'm like, what is that? So that was C3. Back here. And here I think I'll do the darker gray. And I think this I'll do the lighter gray, and same with the hook. Okay, now the clouds, we'll do the C0. The dark clouds are rolling in. So I'll do that. And I'm not pushing hard because I'm just kind of doing a little, oh, that's sky. A little bit here, and then I'll finish it with pencils. Okay. While I'm seeing stuff, I might as well fix it. There. Oh, how am I able to do this? Like, really? How can I forget so many things? And that's why I don't put the markers away. Okay, let's start with, oh, I got the colors all mixed up here. That octopus, I'm going to make him RV10. Okay. RV10. And I might pick like one of the jellyfish and make one of those pink too. We'll see. Okay. Done. Ooh, tonight it's another hockey game we can watch, so that's good. Like I said, my husband started working at 5:30, between 5:30 and 6, so hopefully he'll be done by supper time. Oh no, that's not the squid. No, that's not squid, octopus. It's not the octopus, it's the green. Oh well. It is what it is. I need to slow down. Take a breath. Okay. I'm going to do this in the YGO3. I'll just put it right over the green or right over the pink, which is fine. So we'll get this one done. I don't think there's any more like this, so it'll just be this. Okay. Oh, I said I was going to make another, like one of these guys. So let's do him right here. And I'm going to do his little tentacles too, because I'll just shade one more than the other. Not a big deal. Now I want to do a few fish. Wyatt 11. I'll do this one. I'm just going to cover over those dots. I don't think I'll cover the fins. Or color the fins. I think I'm going to do maybe this squid. No, it's not a squid. Everything's a squid to me. Jellyfish. Over here. Okay, so 2 yellow, 2 pinks. Ouch. Let's do, let's do these here. I want to do those in that R22. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the cows, but some days, I don't know what happens, but the cows, they just will moo for literally, it feels like hours. So it's probably not always the same cow, but I know when they separate the mom from the baby calves, they do that, right? So maybe that's what it is. Not sure, but we live right next door to a smallish farm. Like it's not a big farm, but right next door to a farm. They used to have llamas. I used to, because we go walking on our road, and every time we walk, they'd come to the edge of the gate and they would just, it would be like a gate, and they'd just look at us, and then, their bodies wouldn't move, but then the heads would almost go like 180 degrees, like without them moving, like they would just like slyly look at you. And I talk to them every time we walk by, and I think they both have moved on from this world. And one year it went down to 1, and I'm like, oh no. And then a couple years later, then it was none. And I missed, oh no, I would say that's, I don't know. I'm going to say that's water, because it ends right there. Okay. Now, what am I going to do here? What else did I get an orange? Yes. Okay, so orange, I'm going to make a couple of these fish. Orange, let's do this one. That's YRO2. I'm going to make him all orange, and then the fins I'll just do in a light color with pencils. And let's do that one, and let's do this little guy in orange. And then let's do this seashell. I know some of these colors are not like realistic, but it's not realistic. Mermaids are not real. So I just want bright, fun colors. Okay, let's color the sand. I love using E42, which is called sand white, so I like using that color for sand. There's not a lot of sand, but let's just get it done. Maybe we can use one of the grays for like the rocks or whatever. Okay, a little bit more here. See, I think this is water too. Okay, we'll get this done and then we'll do this for the water. Okay, now I think I want to do those guys, BG11, because I kind of started coloring them so in blue. So let's just do it in a darker blue. And I love this color, so let's just go for it. BG11. Do you guys find like the marker gets to you? A lot of times I have to stop because I start coughing and it's from the fumes from these markers. Not good. Okay. I'm glad I don't, color with them for hours and hours and hours. I just usually do less than an hour or just about an hour and then I stop. I just remembered that one of the soft pastels that I have, I don't think I did the swatch. So I have to do a swatch for that before I can work on that video. No. Okay. I think I'm going to use that BV. Maybe I'll do the 000, like the 4 zeros. Yeah. Because I want another purple, but I don't want it like the same color as them. So we'll just color those in. I wonder if I should do maybe some of these corals, maybe down here. I'll do a few of those too. I like to use the same colors and spread it because if you introduce too many colors, then it becomes kind of chaotic. So we're gonna now try to use the colors that we have already used and kind of spread it out. So we'll do these two. And I think there's a few spots. I don't know if that's waves or I think those are like waves. I don't know. I don't see why there would be corals up there. So I'm going to treat them as waves and I'm going to do them in BG11, sort of like the same as the bubbles. But these corals I'll do in this purple. Okay, I think that's it. Let's do the BG11 and do those. Okay. All right. Those done. Trying to figure out, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to think like, what are we going to have for supper? But I think we have a salad left. And I bought a red onion and a can of those little mandarin oranges. and we have strawberries, and I bought some poppy seed dressing, and I think usually I do that with spinach, but I'll just use the salad that we have just so we don't lose it. So I didn't buy spinach today, and I think we'll have that tonight. We have corn, and then we'll maybe chicken wings. That'd be good. Okay, so I figured out what we were gonna have for supper. I think this guy, I want to do him in, should I do him in BG13? Oh yes, let's do both. Let's do the belly in BG11 and the head and the fins like that. And we'll do this. We'll stop the face and we'll do this. And then we'll do the rest of the body with the G13. Okay. Okay, yep. All right, I'll do that. Should I do, I don't think I want to do any more fishies in that color. Should I add another yellow fish? Yeah, let's do this guy right over here because he's kind of like the same fish as this one. I could have done that one in yellow too, but oh well. Let's do that guy. Those two should be the same color, and then those two should, or those three should be the same color. Which color, though? That's the question. I think I'm going to do the squid here too. Oh, it's not a squid, the jellyfish. I'll do the jellyfish here. I think I'm going to do like, I know these are kind of really orange, but I think I want to do YR00, like really pale. Oof. He's striped. I'm just going to do them all orange, and then I'll with the pencils, I'll make some stripes darker than others. This is too complicated. Oh, I even colored his eyes. Oh, well. It's okay. This one I'll try to avoid the eye. Less work for me later. Okay, I like that. Maybe I could do some of the fish. What color? Maybe a blue fish? A really light blue. Like B01 maybe? Should I do B01? Or should I do green fish? Let's do a blue fish. B01. We'll do these two the same color. Like that. And this guy here too. We'll leave the fins uncolored because I'll figure that out with pencils. There you go. Now we just have the chest here. And that one, should I do? I was going to do E31, but that's too close to that. So let's do E34. E34. I think I'll do like a really dark, or should I do those silver? Like the rest of the, I know the lock, I want to do that like the gray, so like C1 maybe. should I do it a little darker, like C3? Let's do C3. Yeah. Do that. The ends. And I think the lock, I'll do it the C1. The lock, do C1. Like that. And that little jelly or starfish, I'll do R22. Okay. Oh, and then we need C0 for these rocks. We're almost done. We're almost done. C0 for the rocks. And I think that's like kind of greenery. So we'll do the YG03 for these guys here. We'll get those done. And all I have left is that snake, whatever that is. Sea snake. Oh, I have that crab. I think I want him a different color. Should I do him R22 too? Ooh, I don't know. I think I'd like him a little paler. And then I'll do R21. It's gonna look pink, but then with the pencils, I'll make him red. This is just to cover the tooth of the paper. Okay. Okay. Like that. Now I have to figure out this guy. I think he's the only one. Oh no, I have a fish there. You know what, fishy? You're gonna be this color. Oh, and I have the boat too. Oh, I thought I was done. Like I said, a lot of little pieces in this for sure. Okay, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to figure out the rest. Okay, I think I have everything now. So the boat, I'm going to do E34. I don't like the chest, but I think I'll try to finish it, like fix it when I do the pencil work. I don't know. I think I want like a dark, really dark chest. So I might go dark brown right over top. I wonder if I could fix that now. Here, I'm going to do this too. Okay. Oh, I have that there. I missed that. I'm going to do that, the YG03. Oh, that's his. That's a, I thought that was like a greenery, but that's like a feather in his. Oh, that's too bad that I just realized that right now. Okay, let's do B95 to match his pants, and the blue will just blend with the green. That's fine. I'll just make it darker at the bottom here. That's fine. I'm glad I noticed that. Now, I think I'm going to use the Y21 to kind of do some gold accent on his hat. Like that. And I'm going to do gold buttons. And a gold belt. Gold buttons. I think I'll do, was that? Oh, I used a different blue. That's okay. It was B45, but that's okay. It's close enough for that anyway. So I'll do the pockets, this color, B45. I think I'll do the ruffles. And then with the yellow Y21, I'm going to do these accents too. There. I think that is it. Oh, I have I'm going to do this jellyfish in this yellow one too. Again, I don't want to add too many different colors. I'm trying to use the colors that I've already used. I mean, it's busy, but at least it makes it look a little bit more cohesive. I'm going to go back over top with the B95 here. Okay. What is left? This little sea monster here, YG63, which is the same color as the turtle here. Again, just trying to keep it. I'm gonna not do the fins, and I'll do the fins in the YG03. Just like that. Get this done. Okay. Okay. Like that, and we'll do the YG03 for the accents. I'll do his eye. I'll do his fin. Yeah. Maybe even, it won't show on those. I'll still do it because I started, but it shows a little bit. Okay. Am I done? Like, seriously? Oh, no. Just, I forgot to do the sky here, which is B000. So we'll do that. And I don't know what color to do, like around, like the frame. So we'll start with that. And then the sails, I'm going to do them like C0. Oof, I can't tell what's sail and what's not. That's sky. This is sky. Yikes, this is sky. I'm guessing here. But I think it's okay. There we go. Oops, sorry about that. So I wonder if I should do that ornate thing. I'm going to do it in that yellow, I think. I think it'll make it pop. Okay. We'll do C0. I'm just going to not do all of them. Like, not the whole thing, just kind of adding some almost like shadows or whatever. Oh, and I got to do that on, should I do it on the skull? Yeah, just a little bit. I'm going to do that with pencils. And I think I am going to do that in yellow. Y21. Kind of looks like waves, but also, I don't know, it's like fantastical. It's like it's framed, right? Okay. I'm going to do the banner the same color. Why not? did this in blue, but I think I'm going to change it to yellow to make it match this part. Okay. Whew. I'm sure this was way more than 45 minutes, but I'm hoping tomorrow's book won't be as long. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. And what I've been trying to do is choose the pencils almost the same day, because otherwise it gets put off. We'll see you tomorrow. Today we're going to work in Inklings by Joanna Basford, and this is going to be a little different because we're just going to work with some Prismacolors. So we're going to start with the sky. We're only going to do 45 minutes, and we'll see how much we get done in 45 minutes, because with markers it just kind of goes, right? And yeah, it's going to be a little different, I think. So we have 901, 903, 1023, and then white. You have to see the white. 938 white. This is what I have left. So my husband has to cut me, I would say 3 inches, and then I'll be able to, you know, like sharpen these right to the end. So right now what I do is I just use a manual sharpener for this because it won't fit in my doll sharpener at all. So I just have one of these, and then and even that, like, it's getting to the point where I won't be able to sharpen it anymore. But we're gonna keep going, and I have it in a pencil extender. And the thing with the pencil extender is that you have to put it to the bottom of this too. So like, even if I try to like put it here, as soon as I push, it's gonna fall. So it kind of has to go at the bottom. And as I'm looking at this, I'm like, do I really want to do this in Prismacolors? Or do I want to use, I'm just kind of thinking, do I want to use water-based marker and then just have to do the top, like shading and stuff? I do like using my Prismacolors too, but usually I never, you know, not for the weekly WIPs and Chat, because it is gonna take a long time. I'm still just doing 45 minutes. I think the other one, the first page, the pirate and the mermaid in the Pirates book, I think that went over the 45 minutes. And so it's like, oof, it's going to be another long video. And this is actually not the next day. It's a few days later. And that's why I always start it on Monday, because I never know what my week is going to be like. And I can't leave it to chance and just try to do it on Friday. It's not going to happen, you know. And I still haven't edited the video for the water-based marker. I think I'm going to do that right after this. Hopefully I'll have time, because my friend is coming over for a visit this afternoon. So I want to, you know, have time. I just want to clean the main bathroom, like the floor bathroom, and just sweep and vacuum, and I think I might wash my kitchen floor. I just have to take a sip of my coffee and just, what do you call it? Wash all the counters and stuff in the kitchen. Like, all the dishes are done. I guess there's one pan. We left it to soak. So I just need to wash that and put that away. We don't put that pan in the dishwasher anyway. So I just need to wash that and vacuum. But everything is cleaned up. I just need to, you know, refine. So it's going to take me probably, I don't know, 45 minutes or something. So I think I'd like to do the kitchen as soon as I finish editing the video. and then I'll come and color until she texts and says she's on her way, and then or maybe I'll do the bathroom right away. Just get it done. That's like 5 minutes, right? It's nothing. It's nothing. I'll just do it all at once. She's about 15, 20 minutes away. I don't know if I have time to do everything before she gets here in 15 minutes. I don't think so. I think it's going to be closer to half an hour, 40 minutes. So it always takes longer than what you think, right? And I don't know if the dishwasher was put away. I think it was, and I think what's in the dishwasher is just dirty, and we just got to wait for more dishes to go in or whatever. But I don't know how far in I want to go. I have 3 colors, right? So I have the dark blue, then the medium blue, and then here it's like the sunrise is starting. Maybe I can do that right now. Do a little bit of that 1023 and kind of figure out how much of that I want. And then we'll do the other 2. And then the white is just to blend it all in. It's very light, so it's hard to even see where I put it, but it's okay because Prismacolors are great for blending together. So, oh, I was so discouraged yesterday because I was like, oh, it's time to order, a few of the Tombos that I want. And then I was looking at my polychromos, and I have like maybe 3 or 4 pencils that I'm like, yeah, these are gonna go first, like they're starting to go. So I'll order like 3 or 4 of them. They were like $2.75 each or something like that. So I thought, I'll order $10 of polychromos, and then I'll order maybe like 3 markers. The store closed, like it just opened just before Christmas, and it says permanently closed. And I'm like, no. That's the only place in my area that I could get Tombos, polychromos, and Albert Durs. And I tried to place an order like every, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks, to support. And I don't know what happened. They said something beyond their control, and they're permanently closed. Okay, I had to cough. So I had another drink of coffee. I think I want to go in a little bit more, and it just means that I'll blend these 2 colors together. Right now I'm just kind of mapping where I want things to go. Okay, maybe like that. And then this color, I think I wanted, I'm not one of these people that can go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna stop, and I can't do that. I'm gonna just kind of do like this. It's very, very light, so it's not gonna affect the laying down of the pencils, at all. So now I'm gonna come back with my blue. And this is just like the first. And another thing I'm not good at is the pressure that I need to do in order to get the blend that I want right away. I'm not good at that. So I always go in very light, and then I'll go in with the dark blue here, the indigo, a little harder. And the thing you need to do is go hard and then let go on your pressure. So what I'm doing is I'm letting go on the pressure for the whole thing. And then I go in and kind of go, okay, yeah, I'll do the hard pressure up to here. And then I lay down the next color and kind of figure that out. This is, I mean, the name says it all, right? Inklings. So I should be able to finish this one. If my friend wasn't coming over, I'd probably like finish it today. So that is probably one of the ones that I will finish this weekend for sure. So anyway, because of the store closing, I went on the hunt to figure out like, okay, where can I get polychromos in Canada? I found a couple spots. One place you have to order $200 to get free shipping. I didn't check to see how much shipping was, but then I found another spot where it's 120. So that's a little better. It means I'd have to order 40 pencils, which right now I think I probably only have like, as long as they go down at the same rate, you know what I mean? So that's a third of my pencils, right, that I have to order for 120. And then I looked and I paid 230 for the whole set. So like then I'm like, wow, it's not 230 right now, it's 270 or something crazy. But what I've done is I've put them on my Amazon wish list. And then, like during, like they'll have like Black Friday or a spring sale or whatever, and things will go down quite a bit. So if it goes down to 230, that's only $100 more, $110 more than for me to get 40, and I get 3 times as much, right, for double the amount. So not that I can do that all the time, because there's definitely some colors that you don't use all the time. And that's the thing, that's why I was so excited to have one around here, because then I was just going to buy 10 at $3 a piece or $2.75 a piece and just be happy with with that. But I don't know, when you have to spend 120 anyway, plus tax, right? So it's going to be 150. I know that 230 is also plus tax, but I'm just like, why? And there is another art store here, but they closed their storefront, and which whatever, you order online and you pick it up at another store, which that doesn't bother me at all. My husband works like a few blocks away from the store where we need to pick it up. So I just tell him, oh, I placed an order, go pick it up on your lunch or whatever. And he goes for a walk, so that I don't care. My thing is they don't carry polychromos. And I'm like, but they have Albert Durs and they have Prismacolors and they have Tombos. A lot of times these things are out of stock. And I think the reason they do that is, okay, so I'll go today and I'll say, notify me when these are back in stock. So I think when they know that someone's interested, then they'll order it. And which is fine. I'll do that with my Tombos. I'll go today actually, and I'll figure out which other ones I wanted, and I'll do that. And it'll probably take 5 or 6 weeks, and then they'll send me a text saying, hey, that's in, and I go right away and I buy them, because I don't want them to go, okay, this person, she says she wants this, but then when it comes in stock, she doesn't order it. So I order it right away. So they know, oh yeah, she's, says this, and then she orders it right away. So we'll order it right away for her too, or the next time we place an order or whatever. Maybe I can send them a message and say, would you consider ordering some polychromos? And the other thing too, that other store, I had talked to them and said, are you going to order the 20 new colors? And they had said yes. And I said, well, as soon as you put the pre-order on, I'll pre-order the 20 set or whatever. So now I don't know where I'm going to get it. I'm hoping that other store I found will get them. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll order 2 sets of 20s. So I'll have a second one right away, like a second set right away. Plus, oh, that's a good idea. I'll write down the numbers that I need, because that should be coming up soon. And then I won't have to order 40. So then I won't have to order a whole set of, the 120. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 10 that I'm noticing that I'm like, ooh, they're not like this. They're not like the white, and they're not even like this or like this. They're a little bigger than those. But I don't like waiting. It's like the Prismacolors. I ended up getting 2 extra sets. Well, the first set I got, like this set here, I got in 2015. So, because I started coloring in 2015, and then I went, I don't think I like it. Then I started again in 2020 and colored a little bit more, and then went, I think, I know what happened. That's when we started our business, like our store that I was saying that we're closing shop, and it got super busy. And, so I was doing classes then too for scrapbooking. And so I was doing virtual crops and, doing quite a bit of lives, because everybody was locked in their house. So, I was doing lives on YouTube and virtual crops, and I was doing quite a few classes. So I just got super busy with that and kind of concentrated on that. So I stopped coloring. And then in 2025, when my daughter, we found out that she needed a pretty major surgery, and we didn't know if she was going to paralyze, or I needed something. So I didn't feel like I was losing my mind. And coloring was that for me. And it's funny because, I can't even say I do diamond painting anymore. I haven't touched it in over a year. But on my other channel, I would do scrapbooking videos and I would do diamond painting. So I would just kind of do like this, with the chatting, and just work on a diamond painting. Yeah, I don't know. because I wanted to try and see if during my weekly WIPs and Chat, if doing just pencil work, if that was feasible. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's going to be quite long. With pencil work, right? You have to be so patient. Okay, so where am I going to do my transition? As you can tell, I didn't go right there. So the transition will go right here. So I'm blending the 901 and the 903 together. So I'm probably about a medium pressure. And this is why the pencil, all pencil pages take me so long. I did quite a bit of work on Magical Worlds yesterday, which was good because I still had so much to do, and the end of the month is looming. So I'm going to do just not so hard right here, because I still need to blend the other color with the 903. Okay. So, yeah, I did quite a bit. I think that's the only, no, I worked, did I work in Nature, Nature, by Diane Dufour yesterday? Or was it all Magical Worlds? I can't remember. I think it was pretty much all Magical Worlds, because I knew I had so much left in that one to do, and it's all pencil work, all Prismacolor. So it does take a long time. You can do so much and then take a blending stump and with some, oh, what is that called? That solution, Gamsol, and smooth it instead of having to do all the work with the pencil, because it can be hard on the hands and the wrist, and we have to do things that kind of help us, right? So that we don't get hurt, you know, because you can hurt your wrist and your hands and your fingers, and then it's like, now I can't color at all because I'm in pain. Because the grip, right? Oh, I find when I color a lot and it's like this with the Prismacolor, and I have to like push hard and, you know, for the blending at night, my hands will cramp. I'm like, oh, I need to make sure that I kind of stretch my fingers a lot, you know. Take little breaks and stretch my fingers. I find it's the bigger areas like that that's the worst. You know, when you do a little area like this, it's not so bad, but when you have to do big areas, it's a little more difficult to get the blend going. And one way to prevent hurting your hand is just doing lots of layers, like just layer the cover, because then I'm not pushing hard the whole time. But the problem with that is that it does take way longer, right? Way longer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn off the recording because most of my time is just spent on this. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep putting a second layer on, and then I'm going to go over top like this and just really push and really get, I'm going to burnish, and then I'm going to burnish to a certain spot, and then I'm going to burnish this one, and then I'm going to mix those two, and I'll come back when that is done. And then, you know, at least we can do a little bit more on the other things. Another half hour later, and it's finally done. And I changed the 1023. I was trying to use, you know, like a different color because I use the same colors over and over again. And as you can tell, 1086 is definitely one that I use all the time. But I just kind of blended those two colors together, 1023 and 1086. And then I did use my blending stump and my Gamsol, and it's nice and smooth now. Like, it just made it so that the transition was really good. So the sky is completely done. We can put that stuff away. Now we're going to work on the trees, I think, which we're going to do 908. It's so small. 908, 912, 909, and 947 maybe for the deep shadows, but I might not use it. Now, I think I'm going to start, I don't know. Let's start with the darkest. Let's start with the tree in the back here. I don't know if I'll use the 947. Okay. So that's going to be like just especially like in the deep shadows like there. Then we'll go to 909 and go on top of that other one and blend those two colors together. Okay. I'll go up a little higher. I might bring in more of that 908. Just, and this is 912. Again, half the time, I'm not really sure, you know, like how I want things. I just start with a color and then I go, oh, I think I want more of that dark color. And then I go over top. It's like with a lot of the flowers, let's say if I start it with purple, all of a sudden I'm adding pink and maybe a little bit of yellow, and I just blend those together, and I really like the effect that it does. And I kind of do that with these two. Like, I'm thinking like that 912 is just too light, especially for a tree that's in the background like this. Like, that tree's far away, so it's going to be a little darker, and it's going to be really dark in here. Let's do a little bit more of the 909. Okay. Let's try the, what is it, 947? Yeah, it's okay. I think I like the 908. If I blend those two together, then it's a nice dark. So right down here is going to be really dark, and then up against the building, it's going to be a little darker. So this was also like a trial too, because I want to do a series that I'm going to call Crack the Whip. Because, for example, with this page here, I think this is 13 that I'm going to have now going. That's a lot of whips. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a lot of whips. It's just, for me, I like to complete stuff. That's just how my brain works. So to have that many whips, it's like, okay, I can't move on to June with that many whips. So I'm gonna, the next few days, I'm really gonna be working on finishing off some whips. That's why I spent so much time on Magical Worlds, because that one there, it's 2 pages. Like, it's 2 pages in one. It's right here. I can show you what I got done yesterday. So I'm getting there. I think today I'm going to do these, and that'll finish off a lot of it, right? I think I want to do these and maybe the rocks. And then that'll be a good amount done. And then this weekend, or even tomorrow, I can do maybe the turtle and the seahorse and maybe the fish. And then the next day, do something else. And I plan on finishing it this weekend, like either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And then that'll be 2 gone. So 2 out of the 13, that's pretty good. And I was looking, and I have 3 whips on the go that are double page spread. I don't know why I started so many double pages this month. Like, what are you doing? So I don't know if I want to color the whole thing with the dark, or now I'm going to come over top. This is 909. And just go blend those 2 colors together. Okay. Prismas are great for that. Like, you can get other colors by blending what's there, which I like. And this tree is going to be a little lighter because, like, there's the light from the house and all that, but it's still not going to be like light because it's, the sun is just getting up here. Talking about the sun getting up, I woke up this morning. It was 9:30. I was like, what the heck? I did stay up till 2. I was not, wasn't too invested in the Colorado Avalanche and the Las Vegas games. But last night I knew it was, the Vegas had won 3 games. So it was kind of like Avalanche's last chance to win a game, and they lost. So, and Nathan McKinnon, he's on that team, and he's an East Coast boy, and I'm an East Coast girl. So kind of like cheering, for that team to. And I love Cale Makar. He's a D, and Mason's a D, and Mason is known for being an aggressive D. So, a lot of times, I'm like, dude, he's in front of the net. I'm like, you're a D. But he scores a lot from there too, and he scores a lot from the blue line. But So that's why I love Lane Hudson and I love Kate McCarr, because they both remind me of Mason. He's an aggressive D. There we go. Yeah, so it you know, depending on the blend, you can get, you know, different colors, and I like that. So same thing, I'm gonna do like maybe one more tree, and then I'll turn off the recording and come back when the trees are all done. I plan on doing more color alongs, and I have something also planned. I want to get a few of them done before I talk about it too much. But tomorrow I have also a massage. But I think I'd like to try to start with my, what do you call it? Soft pastels. I don't like to leave it to the week that I want the video release. I want to do them, I'm a week ahead right now, so I want to keep it that way. And so I want to start. I won't be able to finish till next week, but it's only one element that I want to do. I found these pretty cool pastels on Amazon, and I ordered them, but they're not coming in till Sunday. So I can't do the last part till probably, well, depending on when they come in on Sunday. I could do them on Sunday because I'm going to have the house to myself. So, yeah, I could maybe work on it on Sunday and finish it. But usually here, my packages get in pretty late. So chances are I'll finish it on Monday. And so that'll be next week's video. As soon as I finish today, I'm going to work on the video. I want to upload it today or tomorrow, so I gotta get a move on there and finish editing. I'm almost done. It does take a bit of time, and because of our closing out sale, oh my goodness, dozens and dozens of people are sending me emails and, oh, I ordered that class back in blah, blah, blah. And so that takes a lot of time. And I'm going to make an announcement on my other channel, but I know some of the people that are watching my coloring have been with me with years and, you know, ordered some of my scrapbooking class. Don't worry, I will get to you. There's just so many emails. It's going to take me a while. And I also had Lexi this week. So it kind of cut into my time. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to finish the other three. Then we'll come back and start on the roof. Okay. So the trees are done. I think I'm going to do like the roof so that it's not like realistic. We'll do purple, teal, and pink. And I think I will do, I was going to do brown, but I might do a gray house or gray. It's almost like a castle to me, you know. It's a small castle, but it is a castle. Now, I was wondering, do I do like each, I don't know, like do, each brick or each tile by itself, or do I look at it as a whole and do light up here? Do I do light up here and dark down here? So start with 931 I don't know. I don't think I want to do each brick separately. I think to me that's just, ugh. Doesn't sound like fun. So I think I'm going to do the 931. And then I have 932 here, which I'm going to go over top of that. And then I'm going to blend the whole thing with 956, which this is an older color. Remember I said I got my Prismacolor in 2014. Well, they did change two of the colors. I think it's lilac and lavender, I think. Anyway, now those colors are in the thousands, I think. But, and I think they changed the tones of them a little bit too. So they are a little different. But I'm going to use my pencils until they're all gone. 100%. Not wasting them. I'm not too attached to them. I'm like, yeah, whatever. When I run out, I run out. You know, they came up with new colors, so. Okay. So do that. So it's been about an hour or two, maybe. I decided, oh man, when I have something on my brain, I can't do anything else. So just knowing, you know, I wanted to clean the bathroom and just wipe the counters. Because what happens is my husband, like last night, I made supper. And then he does the dishes, but he doesn't wipe the counters and he doesn't clean the stove. And it used to drive me bananas. Like I just couldn't understand how you could do the dishes and not wipe the counters and wash the stove. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, now I've just learned that, you know what, I don't have to do that other stuff, so yay. So anyway, I just washed the counters and washed the stove. Then I vacuumed. Then I washed the floors. Then I did the bathroom. And then I was like, usually I do this on Fridays, okay? But where my friend was coming today, I thought I'd do it today. And so I wasn't going to do our bathroom till Friday. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do our bathroom too. So I still have to vacuum though and do the sink, but I wash the toilet. That's the part I hate the most. And I still have to wash our shower, but whatever. I'll do that on Friday. And then I hadn't done our bed yet because I was like, well, maybe I'll wash the sheets today because I usually do that on Fridays too. And then I thought, no, I think I'll keep that for Friday. I had a bunch of things to fold. So I probably folded half of it and put it away right away. So that's good. I think I like that. And I think I'll do this one in the purple too. So I did all that. And then I'm like, well, I might as well get dressed. So I did that. And then I was like, well, maybe I can figure out what I can make for supper. And I took everything out and I put it in the front freezer, like in the kitchen freezer. And then I was going, I took out Italian sausage and a pound of hamburger. And I'm like, well, I might as well take that out and let that thaw out. So it's thawed by the time I want to cook supper. I think I'm going to make a pepper soup, green, or it's called red pepper soup, but I got orange peppers and green peppers, whatever. I just using what I have. and they're already cut up. What I do is, we have a vegetable store here, and they put stuff on sale quite often. Like, fill a bag of green peppers for $5, and then a few weeks later, it's like, fill a bag with red and orange peppers for $5. So we'll go, and I spend like an afternoon, and I cut it in two ways. I cut it like diced, and I also cut it in like long slivers, because then I can use those in when we do, what do you call it, fried veggies or a stir fry. I'll use those other ones. And we'll buy a big bag of onions, like 10 pounds, and I'll spend an afternoon again just cutting up onions, and we put them in a 1 cup bags. And I do the same thing with celery, although I am out of celery, so I'll have to go. I know they had a sale last week, 3 for $1, I think, for celery, so that would have been perfect. And I don't cut like a whole bunch, especially celery and that kind of stuff. I would do like those 3 stalks, and then when I make something like this, like a soup like I'm making today, it's like, take out, packages, and then I just fry them. They're not great if you want to, you can't use them if you were going to use them like in a fresh salad or something like that. But in spaghetti sauce or in a soup like I'm making today, it's perfect. And it cuts my job of today in less than half. Yes, that day, I have to do a lot of cutting, but it saves me a lot of work the day of. So I don't mind doing that. And I do the same thing with ginger and garlic. I did ginger a couple weeks ago. I had done garlic maybe a week or 2 before. So I have tons of ginger and garlic. What I do is I, get them all prepped, and then I ground them all up in my food processor, and then I put a little bit of oil, and then I put them in pucks, freeze them separately, and then do that. We do that with strawberries, because they'll have like, buy a flat of strawberries for $10. The thing is though, like the minute you get it, you have to process it that day, or you end up losing a lot. So we'll just sit there and we'll do it, and then freeze them separately, and then freeze them in bags, and then we use those in smoothies or, whatever, desserts or whatever. And that's how we save a lot on groceries. Is by doing that. Go. Get this done. So my friend, in the meantime, and then I did the video too. I don't know if you could hear that going in the background. I just paused the video and I just checked the video before I start uploading it to YouTube, because sometimes, I don't know what happens, but it doesn't process it properly, and it'll just freeze in the middle of the video, so I always check it. And it was fine. So now it's uploading to YouTube, so it'll be released sometime today. It just depends if it's ready before my friend gets here, and I'm kind of thinking it won't be, because it's a pretty long video, so it'll probably take a bit of time, but I'll probably release it around supper or right after supper, because by then it'll be ready. I don't know if you can hear my computer, but it's working hard. My computer is not exactly a newer computer. I mean, it's a Mac. I don't know, 2018 maybe? So it's probably 8 years old or something. Or maybe 2017. My son got it when he went to, he went to school for art. And they needed a Mac to edit their art and, all that stuff. And then a few years later, he barely used it. I just bought it from him so that, because my old Mac was really getting old. And so I bought it from him, and I've been using it ever since. I don't believe in buying stuff just to buy stuff, so it's like my phone, I bought my phone in 2022. I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it's perfect for what I need it for. I don't need to get a newer one. I'm okay with that. I have to turn my paper around because my wrist only goes so far. I broke my wrist in 2020. And it's still like I can't fully flip it. So I've learned to, use it. And then before Christmas, I tore, it's either a tendon or a ligament. I'm still waiting on a call from a surgeon and to see if I need surgery. So now this arm have to be careful with it. When was it? This week. I went to the grocery store and I lifted the grocery bag just from the truck to the house, and I hurt my shoulder again. So I had to take painkillers for a few days, and I'm like, why? Why? But there. I have to remember I'm going for a massage tomorrow, and I have to let her know just so she doesn't go too hard on my shoulder there, because if it's torn, that's different than just pulled, right? You probably don't want to go to, I like that, it's different. Let me get my pencils for the teal roof. Okay, I'm going to put a green with it. So 907, 905, and 992. So we'll do the 907 right at the bottom here. This green has kind of like a tealish tint to it. Yeah, I don't think this page is going to take me long. I still have, though, I'm still going to have, 905 next. I think I have 4 books that I need to start before the end of the month. Maybe this afternoon I'll start on A Million Mermaids. Not this afternoon, tonight. But I still want to work on Magical Worlds too, though. But I would love to be able to work on all 25 books before the end of the month. And my goal is still to finish, what did I say? Was it like 8 before the end of the month? Like 6 or 7 this weekend? We'll see. We'll see. It's okay. What I get done is what I get done. And I was thinking, the friend that's actually coming over, when I was telling her and showing her, my coloring pages, just a couple of them, and she said, not being mean, but just asking, like, why? Like, what's the purpose, like scrapbooking. She doesn't scrapbook or anything like that, but she could see sort of like the purpose, like you're making albums for your family and all that. And like coloring, like why? Like, what are you going to do with it after, I guess, was the question. Like, are you going to sell it? Like, he's like, no, it's just for, my sanity kind of thing. It's like reading. It's no different than reading or diamond painting or, like any other hobby that you're not kind of selling. It's just for your sanity, right? And it's like my mom's husband was kind of making fun of me when we were at the hospital. Oh, is that something that you do, like, with Lexi, coloring, like that, it's beneath an adult or whatever. And I'm like, well, with everything that we went through last year, like, some people turned to drinking and drugs, and I turned to coloring. So I think that was a healthy. And then he kind of like stopped. And yes, I do color with Lexi too, but he just likes to tease, and sometimes, it's not funny. Although it didn't bother me. I was just like, yeah, with everything that we went through, I think this was a healthy response to the stress, I just started coloring. And that was a healthy way to deal with the stress. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the transition of that. Ooh, my stomach is growling. I thought too, making a soup today, then I'm going to have food for a few days. Don't have to make food for a few days, which I am okay with. This weekend, when I'm going to spend a lot of time coloring, then I just have to stop for a few minutes, heat up a bowl of soup, and bam, my lunch is ready, or bam, my supper's ready, right? Ooh, I should make some cornbread tonight too. That's easy to make. That won't take long to do. So I'll make cornbread too. I hadn't thought of that, so yay. Let me grab the pink. And I had brought out the white too, and in all of these, I can use the white just to kind of blend it all, and just to kind of lighten it a little bit too. Yeah. There we go. So the pink, I'm going to do 995, 994, and 929. So we'll start with 995. I'm going to go right to the edge. I know I didn't here, but down here I'm going to. I'll get that done. Yeah, that's the darkest. So I was going to do a brown house, but I think with this color roof, I think a gray house would be better. So I think I'm going to change it to gray, like a stone house. I think think that's what I'll do. Maybe. I'll just need to repick some pencils. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I know Prismacolors are known for like the blending aspect, but I find ever since I started using the polychromos, I layer a whole lot more than I blend. I think I want an even darker color than this. I don't know what color though. Like I'm looking at that purple. Should I do that purple at the bottom or? I'll get this done. And then we'll do the white too. I'm thinking like black grape or something. Like, do I have black grape in here? Did I pull it out by any chance? Dark umber, dark brown, warm gray. What is that? Dark purple. I don't know. I don't know if dark purple is gonna... Yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. When you mix it with the other pinks that are there, you kind of make a new color. And I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. There. This is awesome. Okay. Now let's bring this, and I think I want maybe this lighter pink first, which is 994. It's actually called Process Red, but it goes really well with pinks. Then we'll do the 929. Then we'll do the white. I use white a lot. The Prismacolor white is really one of the only whites that you actually like see a difference when you... Man, I don't know if you can hear my stomach, but I am sorry. It's like, I'm hungry. Okay. There. I like that. I like that a lot. And I have, see, I have brown pulled for the house. I have I have 941, 943, 1082, and 947. And what's this? 946. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. I think I might want to do some think this is warm gray, but I think I want to do cold gray. Let me go get some pencils and start that. Okay, we're going to work with 1060, 1063, and 1065. So it goes from 20 cold gray, 20%, 50%, and 70%. So we'll start with the 20%, and I decided to go gray for the house. I don't know what color I'm going to do the shutters though. I don't know what color. And then these leaves, and we'll do those in green. I think I'll do a brown door. I think so. And maybe brown shutters. Yeah, maybe. So we'll start with the 20%. We'll not color over the stars. We'll go around them. Oh yeah, we got to do like the light in the windows too. Yeah, this page is going to come together fairly quickly. I think the longest part was the sky. That took me about 45 minutes to do that sky. Just because it took me forever. Again, I like to do layering instead of like burnishing, so that's what took so long. But it's okay. We'll get this done. Here. So the only thing left after that is going to be the windows, like all around them, the yellow in the windows, the ground, and then the tree trunks too. Those I'll use the browns that I pulled for the house. I'll just use those on the ground. I don't know what color I'm going to do the trims. We'll see. So my friend has come and gone. So I decided, oh, I got to do the editing of the video. So I did that, and then I had to take a picture, and you know, it takes time. And then I have to do my thumbnail in Canva. And I always do that while the video's uploading. So I did that. I'm just going to color the whole, because these are rocks, so I'm going to make them gray too. So I got that done, and then she got here, and then we spent the afternoon together. I made supper, and then we sat and chatted on the couch for a bit. And then we had supper, and then she had to go home because she had to get her car into the garage tonight because it's getting inspected tomorrow and stuff. So hopefully she can come again next week. Let's do the last house, or last part of the house, I should say. Just like that. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. So that's the 20%. Now let's go up to 50. And I don't know if I want to do the entire house or just some areas. I know with the dark gray, I'm just going to go in the darkest area. Ooh, I had 2 books that arrived today. And they're both witchy books, witchy coloring books. And yeah, I'm looking forward to start coloring in that. In one of them, it has a lot of the seasons, but even at that, I don't care. I just enjoy coloring that kind of stuff. So I've just kind of made my mind that whatever I feel like coloring, that's what I'm going to color. Of course, like come September and October, 100% I'll probably color way more fall stuff. But if I feel like coloring a witchy page, I'm just going to do a witchy page. It's just the kind of, you know, stuff I like coloring. So, okay, I'm not pushing hard. And then I think I'll go back in with the lighter one and I'll blend those two colors together. And then I'll do the dark gray. You know what? I think I'm really just gonna play on the bricks right here. Just gently do the rest. I'm gonna do this pencil again, the 20%. And just blend those two together. The first coat I find, like the first layer, not a coat, but first layer, always takes the longest, I find, because the entire tooth of the paper is not colored. But then as you're adding layers, the pencil glides a whole lot more, so it's much easier. Here we go. Just like that. Okay, I like that. We'll get this last one here. Then we'll just do the dark, and that we will do in the darkest area. Okay, now we'll do the 70%, I think it is, yeah. And that we'll just do and again, I'm going to take the lightest color and I'm going to go and I just find it smooths everything out too. Okay, right in here it would be darkest, and then right here and under the roof. I don't think I'll do the entire thing with you guys just because I think it's going to be too long, but I'll do that. We'll probably do the lights because that shouldn't take long. And then the only thing left will be like the stars. And again, at the end of the video, if I've made any progress before I upload the video, I'll put the progress photos for both pages, not just, oh, I don't think I did this one at all. For both pages, I'll do the progress report if there is any. We'll do under the roof. But if I don't finish this by Saturday, this will definitely be one of the ones that I finish because there's hardly anything left. Okay. I'll darken there. Okay. Put a little bit darker right here. And then the rocks. The stone or whatever. Whatever they are. Okay. Okay, so just know I'm just going to start here, but I'm going to stop right away because it's kind of monotonous. But I'm going to take the lightest color and I'm going to blend the darker edges of the pencil all over the whole thing. And then if I find, like here, I lost a lot of my shadow, I'll go back in and do another, another little layer. Okay. Okay, so I'll blend those out. Actually, I'm going to do the yellow first with you guys, and then I'll just blend everything after. So for the stars and the windows, we're going to use 914, 915, and 916. I think I'll just use this yellow and the cream for the light in the windows, maybe a little bit of the 916 just like in the corners and stuff, like at the top of the window, just for a little bit of shadow. There's a lot of windows. Okay. And then let's see. And then do the cream just to kind of tone it down because it's pretty yellow. So the cream is gonna tone her down. Yeah, okay, I like that. So a little bit of 916. Might as well do them all. I'm just adding like onto one side or just at the top, just so it's a little darker in some areas. And then I'll use the 914 and just blend the whole thing out, which is like that creamy color. So it tones it down a little bit. And then the stars, I don't know. Maybe start with the 915. I'm going to do it on one and see what I think here. And then do a little bit, yeah, just put a little bit of the lighter and then a whole lot more of, so I'm blending it with the other one. Like hard pressure everywhere. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do all the stars and then we'll come back and work a little bit on the shutters. I thought I'd show you the progress that I did. I finished the page and I finished it off screen because I think it was long enough, but it was in, and of course we were just working in Inklands for you guys, it's seconds. For me, it's like 4 days, 5 days. So this is what I did. I think we had worked on the gray wall. I decided on gray instead of brown. And then when I was going to do the windows and everything, I was like, oh, I don't want to do like the brown, because to me, it's more like a mystical or mythical, whatever, fantastical castle. So I just used the colors that I already was using. So I moved over the blue over here where it was a purple roof. I did the pink where it was the pink. I did the purple, and then I did 2 pink doors. And it just all kind of goes together. And I just did a little bit for the grass, like not too much, but I like how it turned out. It's super cute. And that was too long to film everything. Yeah, I think the pencil work, I think I will leave. I want to start that crack the whip that I was talking about. And then I will only do snippets on each page and kind of start something and say, okay, I'm going to finish that off. And then I'll come back when I'm done, and then we'll pick something else. I'll do a little bit, that kind of doing with pencil, because this took forever. So that's it. That is going to end this weekly WIP and Chat. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.